Namaskar. In this lecture, we will study channel coding techniques. So far, we have seen line coding as well as source coding. The aim or objective of these coding techniques was different, and the need of channel coding is different. Use for the reliable transmission of digital information over the channel is very important, which is the application of channel coding. Channel coding also improves communication performance by enabling the transmitted signal to better withstand the effects of various channel impairments such as noise, interference and fading. It means when the signal is transmitted over channel, the transmission impairments like noise, interference, they get their effect on the signal and signal is deteriorated. So, error is introduced. Noise or error is the main problem in the signal which disturbs the reliability of the communication system. So, in order to recognize the exact signal at the receiver, we need to use some coding technique which is called as error control coding or channel coding. The use of channel coding enable us to detect error as well as correct the errors. This is the block diagram of the digital communication system which employs channel coding technique. So, initially the signal bits are coming which are encoded using channel encoder. Then the output of the channel encoder is nothing but the ones and zeros. These signals are converted into analog signal using modulator so that they will be transmitted over the communication channel where noise gets added. Now, at the receiver the signal is demodulated, and due to noise, if there is a change in the bit, that can be identified using channel decoder, and then corrected message will be sent to the destination. Now, which errors occur due to noise in the transmission? Two types of errors are there. One is called as content errors. These are the errors occurred in the contents during the transmission, that is 0 will be received as 1 or 1 will be received as 0. Now, only one bit also changes or more than one bit gets changed, which is called as burst error. Another type of error is flow integrity errors. It means missing a block of data in the network as it has been delivered to the wrong destination. So, these are the two types of errors. Now, there are different techniques. One type of techniques are called as error detection techniques and other are called as error detection as well as correction techniques. So, out of these three techniques of error detection, we are going to see parity checking. We know that what we mean by parity bit. Parity bit is nothing but the extra bit added, which is called as parity bit, to the data to make number of ones either even or odd. If number of ones are even, it is called as even parity, and if the total number of ones are odd, then it is called as odd parity. Now, for example, in this figure the data frame has 7 bits 1001, 101. Now, if you want to send this data using even parity bit, then 0 must be appended so that total number of ones are even, because in the original data frame even number of ones are there. So, you have to add simply 0 in order to make even parity. But if you want to send the data frame with odd parity, then the 8th bit which is added should be 1 in order to make the parity odd. Now, at the receiving end, if say for even parity, if the data received is 1001 1010, then it is correct data because there is no error, parity is having even. If you remove the last parity bit, still the parity is even. Now, case 2 where error has occurred, the received bit is 1001 1110. Now, 1110 in this, the third bit from the right has been changed from 0 to 1. So, there is a error and number of ones are now 5, but you want even parity in the received data. So, you can understand that there is a error in the one bit. But if there are two errors simultaneously and if the parity is not changed, then you cannot detect the errors in the bits which are more than 1. This is the drawback of the parity checking. This is the block diagram of encoder and decoder, or say sender and receiver. In the sender side, 4 bits are there, A0, A1, A2, A3, and the 5th bit, that is R0 bit, is added, which is generated using parity generator. At the received side, all these bits are used in order to check the syndrome, and depending on the syndrome, you can take the decision if the data byte which is received, whether it is to be accepted or discarded. Simple encoder and decoder block diagram is there. Now, these are the error detecting codes, parity checking, but we are interested in the error correcting codes as well. Now, there are two types of error correcting codes. One are called as broadly linear block codes, in which the bits and message bits have linear combination, which means that the resultant code word is the linear combination of any two other code words, and the other type is convolution code. Now, in this section we are going to see linear block codes. The structure of the linear block code is shown in the diagram, where you have k message bits and n minus k parity bits. Parity bits means which are extra bit added, which are appended to the data bit, so that at the receiver these extra bits are used to detect as well as correct the error. So, total n bit code word is there. Now, these 5 types of linear block codes are there: Hamming codes, cyclic codes, BCH codes, Golai codes, and Reed-Solomon codes. Out of these, we are going to see Hamming, and later we will see cyclic redundancy check, which is nothing but the error correction, error detection code. Now, important terms which are used in the linear codes are Hamming distance and minimum Hamming distance. The Hamming distance between the two code vectors is equal to the number of elements in which they differ. Say for example, there are two codes 101 and 110. So, the Hamming distance is 2 because there are differences in the 2 bits. LSB is 1 to 0 and next to LSB bit is 0 to 1. So, there are differences in the 2 bits. Now, the minimum Hamming distance means the smallest Hamming distance between the valid code vectors, and using this minimum Hamming distance we can find out how many bits can be detected for error and how many bits can be corrected for error. It depends on the minimum Hamming distance. Now, Hamming code, these are called as systematic form of Hamming code. The properties are that the number of check bits are more than or equal to 3. Check bits means what? Check bits means the number of extra bit or redundant bits added to the data bit. Code word length is 2 raised to q minus 1. Then number of message bits are n minus q. N is the total code word length, q are the check bits. If you subtract q from n, you will get the message bits. And minimum Hamming distance in the Hamming code is equal to 3, which means that it can detect 2-bit error and it can correct 1-bit error. Now let us check one example. The parity check matrix of 7 by 4 linear block code is given by this. This is the parity check matrix H. From this we have to find out the generator matrix, then the list of the code vectors, then how many errors can be detected, how many errors can be corrected, and the encoder circuit. Now from the earlier properties we can see that the length of the code word is 7 and k is equal to 4, that is message bits. So q, which is nothing but the check bits, are 3, right. So this is, if you substitute this 3 in the equation of 2 raised to q minus 1 is equal to n, in this equation if you substitute q is equal to 3, then you will find that n is equal to 7, which matches with our earlier line. So it means that this is the Hamming code. Now in Hamming code we know that the H matrix is given by transpose matrix of P into the I matrix, right. So H is given as shown in the figure. So out of this H matrix you can easily find out the submatrix P. So if you find out the submatrix P, it is given in the second row. This is nothing but the transpose of the P matrix, though. So if you again take a transpose of it, it will become the 4 by 3 matrix, and from this if you append identity matrix with this, you will get the G or generator matrix. So finally you got the 4 by 7 generator matrix. This is the first part. Second part is to find out the code word. This is the equation of the code word. C of the size 1 into q. Now q is 3, so it is 1 into 3. So there are 3 bits C1, C2, C3 which are called as check bits. Those are given by message bits M1, M2, M3, M4, because message bits are having the size 4, k is equal to 4, into P, and P matrix already we have found. So finally C1 is given as M1 modulo 2 addition M2 modulo 2 addition M3. Similarly C2 and C3 can be found. If you continue this for all combination of message bits, you will come to know to the table from where you can easily find out the code word. Now in this code words, M1 to M4 are varying from 0000 to 1111. These are the 4 earlier bits of the final code word, and if you append C1, C2, C3 to them, then 7-bit code word is generated, which is shown in the last 7 columns. Then weight of the code word also can be found out. Weight of the code word means number of ones. So final column is weight of the code vector, that also you can find out, and the minimum Hamming distance is 3. Minimum Hamming distance means what? This amongst the last column, the non-zero number is 3. So minimum Hamming distance is 3. Now if minimum Hamming distance is 3, then we can detect errors up to 2 bits. the equation is d minimum is greater than or equal to s plus 1. d minimum is 3, so s is less than or equal to 2. s म्हणजे काय? s याचा अर्थ आपण किती बीट पर्यंत एरर डिटेक्ट करू शकतो. Similarly, for error correction, the equation is d minimum is greater than or equal to 2t plus 1. So you can find out that you can correct error up to 1 bit. And finally, this is the diagram which indicates that you take input of message bits, and if you make a modulo 2 adder, then you will get the check bits also, and these check bits are added in order to find out or in order to construct the code word. Another type of linear block code is cyclic code, which has linear property and cyclic property also. But these cyclic codes are used only for the detecting the errors. Linearity property means what? A code is said to be linear if any two code words are added using modulo 2 addition, then the third code word is generated. This is called as linearity property. And what we mean by cyclic property? A code is said to be cyclic if every cyclic shift of the code word produces another code word. आता उदाहरण दिलेलं आहे बघा, याच्यामध्ये एक कोड वर्ड आहे x, त्याच्यामध्ये बिट्स कोणते कोणते आहेत? x0 x1 पासून xn-1 पर्यंत. आता या कोड वर्डला जर आपण रोटेट केलं आणि x0 च्या आधी xn-1 घेतला, जो MSB होता तो आता LSB झाला, तर हा नवीन कोड वर्ड तयार होतो. अशा पद्धतीने सायकलिक शिफ्टिंग केल्यानंतरही जर कोड वर्ड तयार होत असेल तर त्याला सायकलिक कोड्स असं म्हणतात. आता आपल्याला ज्याचा अभ्यास करायचा आहे तो आहे सायकलिक रिडंडन्सी चेक. Cyclic redundancy check code is most important cyclic code used for error detection in the data network. बघा, हा एरर करेक्शन करत नाही, एरर डिटेक्शन करतो, हे आपल्याला लक्षात घ्यायला पाहिजे. Now how CRC or cyclic redundancy check code is generated? First we append a string of q number of zeros to the data sequence. म्हणजे CRC 6 असेल तर आपण 6 वेळा 0 हे डेटामध्ये अपेंड करतो म्हणजे जोडतो. वी सिलेक्ट अ जनरेटर पॉलिनॉमियल ऑफ q plus 1 बिट्स लॉन्ग विच ॲक्ट्स ॲज अ डिव्हिजर. म्हणजे जो काही डेटा तयार झाला 0 वाढवल्यानंतर त्या डेटाला आपण एका पॉलिनॉमियलने डिव्हाइड करतो. वी डिव्हाइड द डेटा सिक्वेन्स अपेंडेड विथ 0 बाय द डिव्हिजर. दिस इज अ बायनरी डिव्हिजन. आता डिव्हाइड केल्यानंतर जो काही रिमाइंडर उरतो त्याचं काय करतो बघा आपण. द रिमाइंडर ऑब्टेन्ड आफ्टर डिव्हिजन इज द क्यू बिट CRC. याच्यानंतर जो काही रिमाइंडर उरतो तो प्रत्यक्ष आपल्याला एक CRC मिळाला, म्हणजे सायकलिक रिडंडन्सी चेक बिट्स मिळाले. हे बिट त्या डेटा सिक्वेन्समध्ये अपेंड केले जातात आणि मग तो डेटा फ्रेम हा डेटा फ्रेम म्हणून पाठवला जातो. अशा रीतीने कोड वर्ड जनरेट होतो. बघा, हियर द डेटा आर k बिट्स, देन q बिट्स of zeros are appended. This total k plus q data word is divided using divisor which is having length q plus 1. After division, remainder which is of q bit is remaining. This remainder, which is nothing but the CRC, is appended in the data sequence and total data frame of k plus q bit is transmitted. Now what happens to the receiver or checker? The same generator polynomial is used at the receiver. Again the received code is divided by the divisor. If the remainder is 0, then there is no error in the received code word and must be accepted. If we have a non-zero remainder, then we infer that error has occurred. Receiver side ला जर आपल्याला 0 मिळाला नाही याचा अर्थ एरर आलेली आहे आणि मग आलेला कोड वर्ड जो आहे तो आपण रिजेक्ट करतो. अशा रीतीने बघा, रिसीव्हरला काय आहे, रिसीव्ड कोड वर्ड आला, डेटा सिक्वेन्समध्ये CRC पण आहे, त्याला आपण डिव्हाइड केलं, डिव्हाइड केल्यानंतर रिमाइंडर आला. इफ रिमाइंडर इज 0 then there is no error. If remainder is not 0 then simply reject the code word and ask transmitter to resend the data frame. आता याचं उदाहरण बघा. 1110 is the data आणि डिव्हिजर काय दिलाय त्यांनी p⁻³ + p + 1. p⁻³ + p + 1 means 1011 असा त्याचा अर्थ होतो. p⁻² नाही आहे म्हणजे तो 0. मग आता आपल्याला काय करायला पाहिजे 1110 मध्ये आपल्याला 3 0 ॲड केले पाहिजेत कारण डिव्हिजर हा 4 बिट्स आहे म्हणजे 3 0 आपल्याला ॲड केले पाहिजेत, एकने कमी. मग बघा आता तुम्ही डेटा काय आहे 1110 त्याच्यामध्ये 3 0 ॲड करा. बघा पुढे दिसत आहेत आपल्याला 1110 मध्ये 3 0 ॲड केले आणि त्याला 1011 ने डिव्हाइड केलं. उत्तर काय आलं 100. नॉट द रिमाइंडर इज 100. दीज आर CRC. These 100 are appended in the data. Data was 1110. So in 1110, 100 is appended and finally 7-bit code is 1110100. This is the final code word. आता अशा पद्धतीचा डेटा जेव्हा रिसीव होईल त्याला परत तुम्ही 1011 ने जर डिव्हाइड केलं तर उत्तर 0 आलं पाहिजे. And if there is a error in the received data then you will not get 0 remainder, then you will say that the received data has error. अशा रीतीने CRC codes वापरले जातात. The application of CRC code word is the automatic repeat request system for error detection. अनेकदा एरर कंट्रोलमध्ये एरर करेक्ट करण्यामध्ये वेळ घालवण्यापेक्षा एरर आलेला असेल तर ट्रान्समीटरला सांगितलं जातं की तुम्ही पुन्हा एकदा डेटा पाठवा. याला ऑटोमॅटिक रिपीट रिक्वेस्ट असं म्हणतात. सो CRC6, CRC8, CRC10 and CRC16 these are used in the mobile network system. CRC8 is also used in digital video broadcasting. CRC-CC ITT is used in Bluetooth, X-modem, X25 protocol, HDLC FCS. Then CRC32 is used in ANSI, X3.66 protocol, Ethernet, MPEG-2, PNG. So all these are the different formats of video and audio where CRC is mostly used. त्यामुळे हा CRC कोड हा खूप महत्त्वाचा आणि भरपूर ठिकाणी वापरला जाणारा कोड आहे. तर अशा रीतीने आजच्या लेक्चरमध्ये आपण पॅरिटी चेकिंग, हॅमिंग कोड आणि CRC कोड असे 3 प्रकारचे कोड त्यांचे उदाहरणं प्रॉपर्टीज बघितलेले आहेत. अँड हिअर वी एंड अप द लेक्चर. थँक यू.